Hi, I'm Judy Lyon from Meadowlyon Designs. I want to show you my Campout quilt and pictogram. Here's this beautiful Campout quilt. A lot of memories are in this, and I'm going to talk more about it later. But here's a Canadian mountie hat. My mom's from Canada, so I had to slip that in. Do you know what a pictogram is? Well, a pictogram is a non-repeating pantograph. That means for the full 12 feet of the pictogram, nothing is repeated. All the pictures are new all the way along. But it is divided into 36-inch sections, so you can start each row. We'll talk about that tomorrow when we come back to the quilt. I want to start looking at the pictogram now. Oh, I almost picked a raspberry and ate it. Here's the beginning of it. You know, when I was a little girl, we went on a lot of campouts, and a lot of funny things happened. When I was drawing the backwoods pattern, I thought of all those crazy things that always happened on campouts. So I drew them into this pattern. Here I am, and there's my dog chasing a skunk. Can you imagine? How terrible! It was awful. There's a raccoon, he's trying to get away from it. Here we have our tent, and there's a bear trying to get food out of the tree where we hung it to keep it safe. The snake, oh, we saw lots of snakes. But here's another bear. He got into the food. And there's a loaf of bread and a spilled bottle of milk. There's a squirrel on the picnic table eating the nuts. And there's a cottontail rabbit being chased by a red fox. Up here we have possums hanging in the tree and poison ivy. There has to be poison ivy at a campout. I always got poison ivy. Most kids do. Ah. Here's a moose swimming in the lake. There's an otter swimming down below. And there's my mom canoeing in the lake right next to the moose. Some ducks in the lake, a Canadian goose, and a velveted mule deer slipping a little drink. Here's another moose, the full shot, drinking a little from the lake because there's a beaver dam. The beaver right there has built his dam, and well, there's my dad. He fell asleep fishing on the shore. Remember, all of these are in separate sections. There's a dotted line, but the line continues. It's a continuous line for 12 whole feet. So now let's see how it works on the quilt. On this quilt, I used each 36-inch section separately. But if you had a quilt that was bigger, you just keep going as far as you needed to go. The next time, I would start on a completely different section, so it's not the same picture above itself anymore. I don't want to see that moose standing on its own back. So here we have those pictures in the quilt. There I am with my nose, holding my nose, and the dog chasing the skunk. Here's our tent. Over here are the possums, the fox chasing the rabbit, and the bear that got into the food. The moose swimming in the lake with my mom in the canoe, the velveted mule deer, and my dad asleep on the shore while the beaver's building its dam and the moose is looking on. I loved this quilt. Around the border, I have my pine cone border. You can't see it very well on this, but I'm going to pull this up so you can see it a little better. See the pine cone border? It's perfect for this quilt. Oops, I pinned the basket on. There's how the quilt looks, quilted on this solid white homespun. I love this quilt. And you know, when I was a kid, I loved Campouts. I hope you do too. Have fun.